Hey, what's going on, you guys? It's Toby's Talk Show, and today, as you can see from the title and the thumbnail, we are talking about why the most improved player race is basically over and why Julius Randle is going to walk away with the award. If you guys don't know, I am a huge Knick fan, so I've watched Julius Randle play. I think we played 57 games now, probably 54 of those games fully. And I watched basically every single one of his games last year, and just his improvement is sensational. And the reason why I think most of the NBA fan base is now looking at Julius Randle as the clear winner. But I think I was always on that kind of Julius Randle shit since obviously when he started to break out and was an All Star. I had him over Grant and Wood, and the reason why is I think people, look at the stats and it's like, wow, this guy jumped up 7 points. This guy definitely deserves it. But I think sometimes people forget to look at, did they actually improve? Like, was it expected improvement? Or did they really do it? Them obviously, when a young player improves, it's doing it himself. But for example, last year with the Brandon Ingram and Bam Adebayo case, what I said as I thought Brandon Ingram was the winner, and obviously so did a lot of people since he won the award. But for the people that were saying Bam Adebayo, what I don't think they were looking at was the fact that they traded Hassan Whiteside. He was sitting beside Hassan behind. Jeez, Adebayo was sitting behind Whiteside in the rotation. He was coming off the bench. And so, all the Heat fans wanted to see what Adebayo could do with, big time minutes. And they never got that until, they traded Whiteside away to the Kings somewhere. I forgot. Whiteside's been a lot of places now. But they traded Whiteside away and they let Adebayo start and he flourished. And obviously, I think going from a backup to a starter and becoming good is a great improvement. But I just thought, it made sense. Look, this guy was getting more minutes, and he was great when he was playing. So I feel like, everyone knows this guy is special. Obviously, he got better in the offseason, before he actually started. But when you look at Brandon Ingram, he averaged the same minutes, but he was just a completely different player. And I think that's what Julius Randle is this season. It's like, right, great. Julius Randle, the stats may not pop out, even though some of them 100% do, like his 3-point percentage, turnovers coming down, assists going up, points going up, shooting going up in all aspects. I mean, defense statistics going up everywhere. It's crazy to see the transformation the guy has. And when you look at, let's talk about the three front runners right now are Randle, Wood, and Jeremy Grant. So Jeremy Grant, he's had a great year. He's improved, but again, look at the situation. The man went from being the sixth man on a team, the sixth man, with the ball, you know, fourth maybe, depends, what you're talking about. But, he wasn't getting the opportunities he's getting in Detroit. In Detroit, he's the number one guy. He has the ball in his hands all the time in the clutch situations. And, it makes sense that he took that leap. Obviously, he's having a phenomenal year. He's shooting great. He's putting up more than 20 a game, and is being the leader for the Pistons. But the Pistons suck, if we're being, totally frank. And they haven't had any success. So obviously he's the leader there. He's leading them to L's. And I think that's what the thing. Obviously, it's not his fault. That there's not much talent in Detroit right now. But Randall's in the same situation. He doesn't have a great roster around him, but this man has elevated his game so much. He was the number one option in New York last year. You have to remember that. And we were trash. We were the 13th best team in the East last year. And we have more wins, I believe, this year than we did last year. I think by like a few games already, and there's 15 games left. So Julius Randle was the number one guy last year. And he's still the number one guy on the team, and he's just helped the team get so much better. Obviously, there are pieces around, but 7 out of 10 of the Knicks rotation pieces, maybe 6, let's say 6, I believe. 6. Okay, Randall, Alfred, Bullock, RJ, Mitch, Gibson. 6 out of our 10 rotation players were all there last year. It was the same players. So 60% of our team was the same, and the 4 players rose quickly, Bullock and Noel. Rose quickly, Burks and Noel. They're great, but the reason we're winning is because of Randall. And there's no doubt about that. Christian Wood having a great year as well. But first of all, he missed 20 games. So, in the MVP race, people are going to talk about how Joel missed 10, 15 games and the fact that Jokic was so durable if he stays healthy for the next 15 games. And Wood wasn't that durable. The Rockets suck. he was the number one option. So was Randall. Randall is carrying his team to the playoffs, and he's played every game besides one game so far this year. So for both of them, the knocks are that they're losing. Wood was hurt for a lot. And yeah, I mean, just Randall's just taking over. It's amazing to watch. I don't know how else to put it. I don't even think I really need to explain it. I feel like most people understand at this point. Randall's averaging 23, 10, and 6 on 40% from three, 80% from the line. I don't know the exact field goal, but it's probably like 45%. And he's just having a phenomenal year. He's just, I'm telling you, because I know a lot of NBA fans love to speak their opinion, but they don't watch the games. As someone that has watched basically every single game of Julius Randle in a Knick uniform, the transition from last year to this year is just out of this world. And even NBA fans that don't even watch Julius Randle know, this is crazy. This doesn't normally happen with people. This is a 7-year jump, I guess, that he just took off. And I mean, yeah, I know that these ESPN analysts vote on it, and they watch probably 15 Knick games a year, so it sucks because as a Knick fan, and as all of us as Knick fans, we all know. And I think most people are catching on. You could look at the stats. The stats do back it up. So I don't need to be saying I watched all the games, because the stats do make it pretty easy to look at. But yeah, Randall, if you don't just all of a sudden tank, or just become last year's Randall for the next 15 games, this award's yours, bud, and you could probably make an All NBA team. So wow, I don't know. I'm just happy to be a Knick fan. $50 million cap in the summer, 2 first-round picks. You know, we have a record over 500. We have an all-star. We have a rising star in Barrett, a core coach of the year. Maybe he'll be up there. He'll get a vote or two at least. And yeah, I mean, life's going good for me right now, guys. That's all I got for today. A bit of a longer video. I hope you guys enjoyed. And yeah, see you in the next one. Bye, guys.